matter of
I mean, we don't do it just because it's high time. We as Nigerians, we can pass. Well, I came into politics because I looked at the whole scenario and I found out that majority of the people are running away from politics.
Very good morning to you all. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this ceremony of commissioning our maiden 18-pump petrol station at Falcon Bay, a 600 shopping plaza here in Umbia today. My heart is overflowing with gratitude to God Almighty, who has turned what was only a dream so many years ago. I think this place also will recall that those of us from Saple will do a lot of dreaming. This will mark the second commissioning because, as you will all know, we did one in Buhari, Deco Road, where we constructed 500 shopping mall and a banking building to support or create that initiative for us for small micro businesses and as an entrepreneur. The second commissioning of the Falcon Bay energy operations started exactly 8 years ago. It is in furtherance that God has given us the opportunity to lend a helping hand to Nigerians and to be part of the economic growth associated with our times. Robinson Bagging Mall too, since of course we have one in Deco Road, this is the second one we are putting in Umbia. I remember with nostalgia in my childhood, when my father, Robinson, was a court bailiff at that time, and his elder brother, the DO or the district officer in this area, a lot of people troop into our compound in Saple. And I wonder every day what was their mission. But surprisingly, just that small market in Saple, sole reasons for their coming. All they wanted to do was to influence my father to speak to his senior brother, the DO, to get them a shop in Saple. At that time, it then crossed my mind that if life was good, the situation was improved upon. If I grow up, one of the things I will do is multiply shops for people in Delta State. Rather than see it as an economic means of making money, we developed Deco Road in such a manner that we rented all the properties out at a meager sum of 2,000 naira just to help. As it is everything in Delta, today is a different story. This 600 Robinson Bagging Mall, the second which we are commissioning today, we believe it will bring about hope, food, build small businesses, livelihood, at least 5,000 Deltans. We have it on record. We have it on record that we do about 3,000 persons today at the Deco Road Mall. So it is with joy that we have come here today to showcase this additional investment, additional property for small and medium-scale business persons across the state. As you may well already know, Falcon Bay is now both in the downstream and upstream sector of oil and gas in this country. It is the decision of the board that with regards to our downstream, we will do 52 petrol stations across the country. Having said so, home we are supposed to remember is first. Of that 52, 20 of them will be located across Delta. As we commission this one today, Ukolopuso will be ready within weeks, just as well as Saple Road. But permit me to say that Oginibu started yesterday. I cannot complete this address without thanking the President, President Buhari, whose resolve it was to bring Nigerians to participate in the upstream, downstream, midstream, and midstream sector of the Nigerian oil and gas industry. It is with joy that that initiative of the President is what has benefited a number of Nigerians today. And to say the least, there are 2 Deltans that have benefited from that initiative, and I can tell you we have our plans to do a lot more in support of what we have found in Delta. Having benefited from that positive regulatory environment through the Nigerian Local Content Bill passed into law, we believe we owe a duty of responsibility to give back to society, not only to Deltans, but to expand opportunities for other Nigerians across the country.
That was a wonderful presentation. Thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, without much ado, may I invite the Honorable Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Chief Barrister Mrs. May Iyasere, to give her address. Honorable Commissioner.
Sometimes we go outside the country to look for investors. But we have investors in this country and in this state like you who are making commerce worthwhile. So my job is to tell you thank you for what you are doing and the promises of more businesses to set up that you have just made. May God bless you and give you the enablement to do what you have promised to do in Jesus' name. I want to thank all of you for coming and to beg you that this edifice, whoever is going to be doing business here, to do it with the fear of God. His Excellency is very happy. I'm not speaking for him, he will speak for himself. But by my job, I know he's very happy to have this edifice here, to have businesses here, and that we need more of it around us here. May God help us so that we can have more investors to invest in Delta State in Jesus' name.
On behalf of Ugia Kingdom, I say thank you very much for Her Excellency, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. The reason is not far-fetched. Where there is no peace, there is no development. Since he assumed office, thank God, ascended the throne almost the same time. The primary responsibility to Ugia Kingdom he has done is to bring peace to this kingdom. Because Ugia without consent is the commercial net center of Delta State. So nobody can play with this thing. I pray to Almighty God, since I ascended the throne, that there must be peace in this place without firing a gun. Time of fighting is over. I promise His Excellency, your reign, your appointment again. I'm not a politician, but I'm a traditional ruler. I see this from my seat.
Involve your invitation.
that we should be here at 9 o'clock. I was ready to leave my house in the village at 8 o'clock. But I got a text message from you last night that His Excellency would be here because of his other engagement at 8:50. And therefore, I should be here at 8:30 to be received by you. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. And by 6 I was ready. I got here at 8:20. It shows the love I have for you. I could have driven back. But you have done a lot. I knew your father. He looked very much alike in those days. When he was in Sapele, he was a gentleman, was a first-class gentleman. And when he died, I promised Kenneth that I'll take over. Today, he regards me as his father, and I regard him as my son. Daddy has done a lot. Not many people know that Daddy is a lawyer. He's a politician somehow, but I don't know him as that. But Daddy has been a businessman, a man who has developed worry and a firm. He had mentioned some of the things he had done, but he never mentioned the water which he had along Buhari Road. I was asking him, why have he closed it? Buhari has been a place of business. Some of us grew up as Buhari boys, but there's no worry now. Buhari became a second-class city and county before Nigeria became Nigeria in 1914. And Buhari was one of the few second-class counties in Nigeria. But what has happened? Due to the pettiness, I don't know what to call it, of the three principal ethnic nationalities who cannot do without each other in the night. But the robots, the jobs, and the degrees will never exist. So see that worry is developed. Could you imagine that good things coming to worry in the past were prevented to come because some people believe if they came, certain ethnic groups would benefit from them. So worry hasn't died. The Warri County has now moved to here, Falcon. So I am really very much impressed by His Royal Majesty when he talks about the development of Uye. I'm very proud about that Uye is developing.
The entire group of the GKO Properties Limited for this wonderful edifice that is right before us, that we are about to open, the Robinson Baggy Mall, and also for the Falcon base station, a petrol and other petroleum products delivery station that will be commissioning this morning. Obviously, we are aware that this shopping mall will help to grow commerce and industry in this environment. And to a large extent, it will also help to directly and indirectly impact on the wealth creation program of the Delta State government. Because those who own shops here and will be able to make a living out of this place, and therefore they will be creating wealth for both their families and for people who live around them. So I must congratulate him for helping us in one of our programs by bringing enough shops for our people who live and trade within this vicinity. But as I congratulate him, I must congratulate also and thank His Royal Majesty the Obi of Uwe Kingdom, who has continued to encourage peace at a time. Uwe obviously is not what we used to hear about it a few years ago. He is definitely working hard with his chiefs, with the youths, to encourage peace as much as is humanly possible. And we must appreciate that. There is no doubt that if we have enough peace, Uwe Kingdom would definitely be a commercial, if not the foremost commercial nerve center. It will be one of the foremost. But I believe that today it is structured and positioned to become the most commercial nerve center in Delta State. But our youth must continue to cooperate with His Royal Majesty to ensure that we have a peaceful environment for this to thrive. And as our father said, and we must thank him for the words of wisdom that came out from him this morning. It is very important that we continue to talk about this wherever we find time to do so. The peace that we speak about is the peace that will bring development, is the peace that will generate employment, is the peace that will generate businesses and encourage investors to come in. That peace will lay the foundation for the growth and development of our youths, both now and in the future. And to that extent, the youth must find all ways to embrace this peace in order to ensure that they have a life to live for the future. And I thank His Royal Majesty and all other Royal Majesties who are also doing a lot in their various kingdoms to ensure that we have a peaceful environment for development. As our father said, the worry of before is not exactly what it is to. But I am convinced that if we remain committed the way we are going, both on the side of the traditional rulers, the government, the youths, and our women and men, I believe that in the next few years, we will be able to return Wari, Uwe, and the environment to what it used to be in the past. And we will be able to surpass what it used to be in the past in the name of Jesus. We want to thank Chief Kenneth Baji once again for this shopping mall that we're about to open today. And it is my hope that God will continue to impact positively on His businesses so that many more of this and other types of businesses will be opened in due course.
We'll do something also. Chief, distinguished Senator today, the 19th of December 2017, I hereby commission the this petrol station for the use of mankind in the whole of the world. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Still beating on the beat.
I commission this office in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
A Falcon station was commissioned today, Tuesday, the 19th day of December 2017 by His Royal Majesty Dr. Emmanuel OON on behalf of the Governor of Delta State, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa.
I like that. Easy.
Thanks for what you see there today. And I want to yet again congratulate my brother, Chief Kenneth Bagi, for this very wonderful benefit that we have. It is on this note that I wish to formally commission this Robinson Bagi Mall to the glory of God and for the use of mankind. Robinson Bagi Mall, a forum commissioned today, Tuesday, the 19th of December 2017, by His Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, Governor of Delta State. Congratulations.
Please, let's put our hands together. A supersonic S, a united U, another supersonic S. Yes, sir. Clap for them, put their hands together. Congratulations, the Robinson Bagi Mall. That is the cake.
Very well, it's helping to grow commerce, it's helping to grow industry in this state, and therefore is very much in a position to help impact on the lives of our people, because through this wonderful shopping mall is obviously going to improve the level of trade and commerce in this environment, and therefore he will be creating wealth for the poor. We thank God for his life, and we thank God for the impact that he's making in our immediate society and in Delta State in particular.
The location is a very perfect location because it will ease the bind for customers coming from Ugeli, from Ororokbe, and coming from Osubi. So all those people will not be going to the other Robinson Plaza. So I think this is a very perfect spot for customers.
The shop is affordable because we have paid for it, and we are hopeful that by the grace of God, as customer comes, we'll be able to pay.
The location of this place is a perfect location, especially as it has to do with several entrances into the main town of Warri. So you can access this place from from Eku, from Ugele, from Alaja, from Saple. In fact, all the hustle of going into town, you avoid it because of the location of this place. So this place is a very good place located for this business. I'll tell you the truth.
I think it's a laughable question for us to even be talking of Buhari for 2019 election. As far as I'm concerned, and I believe I'm speaking the minds of millions of Nigerians, there is no reason for Buhari to even contemplate, or for anybody in his right minds to want to convince Nigerians or to make that suggestion in the first place for Buhari to come back and contest in 2019. From May 29, 2015 up to this moment, we have not really had a president that has been there, even for the people. You can see the crisis all over the place. None of his promises or the campaign promises has been actualized. It appears that even right now, people are dying. It's a country where you have a president for some people as against some people. A president that sides with the herdsmen, the Fulani herdsmen, as against the people that are actually going on that genocide. It's not a president that is for the people, it's a president that is for some people. And for such a man, or for people to even insinuate or attempt to ask Nigerians to maybe consider Buhari for 2019, is ludicrous, it's unfortunate, and I think such people should have a rethink.
Personally, I feel he should run because of his majorly two achievements: security, then the recovery of stolen funds. Yes, I feel safe for a kind of a president that can secure my money. And in terms of the issue of Boko Haram, although he has his own challenge, but he's human. So that's just a few points I think he should run.
Obviously, yes. Number one, corruption. Then secondly, whether we like it or not, Buhari is still going to come in for the second election. We vote or we don't vote. There's something they call incumbent, powers. And I think they will definitely put that into place. So whatever it is, we vote, we don't vote. Whatever people say, they will shout, they will scream. But at the end of the day, it's coming in. We just need some time to, admit, and for the meantime, let's just keep praying to God that it comes true for us. That's all. Thank you.
For me, I think yes too, because if we see, he can still try in 2019. So, to me, I think yes, he can run again. Yeah, because the thing is, when he came in, there were a lot of corruption. So he has to clear everything. So the time he was doing those things, still going on and all that. So to me, if they give him a little time, he can do something better.
President Muhammadu Buhari cannot go for 2019 because one, he appointed those that he cannot control. Understand? And in that way, there is no way you want to run a presidency for 4 years without achieving anything and you still want to go again. If he appointed those that he can manage, then it will be more easier for him to go for another tenure. Even so, you don't need to say it before we start shouting that we want him. But this is a situation whereby we are passing through a lot. S-Men is there, Boko Haram, they say they are defeated, we have not seen any evidence. Then unemployment is very high. So that in that situation, I cannot support the motion for him to go.
Lagos State is the largest city and former capital of Nigeria and also the largest mega city on the African continent in terms of population. It is the fourth largest economy in Africa. Lagos derived from lakes by the Portuguese, the language of the first European settlers known to visit the settlement and then already inhabited by the Awori. The state was created on May 27, 1967 by virtue of State Creation and Transitional Provisions, Decree number 14 of 1967, which restructured Nigeria's federation into 12 states. Prior to this, Lagos municipality had been administered by the federal government through the Federal Ministry of Lagos Affairs as the regional authority, while the Lagos City Council (LCC) governed the city of Lagos. Equally, the metropolitan areas of Ikeja, Agege, Mushin, Ikorodu, Ekpe, and Badagry were administered by the Western region. While the state is essentially a Yoruba-speaking environment, it is a socio-cultural melting pot attracting both Nigerians and foreigners alike. His Excellency Akinwumi Ambode is the 14th governor of the state. He has been lauded for his excellent performance and fulfillment of his promises. The people of Lagos expressed their gratitude and appreciation towards the infrastructure works done in Lagos and also the healthy and neat environment Lagos State government has been able to achieve.
Of course, there's been a lot of improvement in Lagos State. This after about months that I've come to Lagos. When I came in the day before yesterday, I was so marveled and impressed with what I saw. Unlike how it was before, when you used to take a lot of time before you get to your destination. There's been a lot of control in terms of traffic, getting to where you are going. There's no more congestion on the road. And of course, in terms of health sector, I don't really look to that much, but what I've seen is that when you have a serene environment, there will be less health challenges. And of course, I think that people are not really complaining about health, and the news I've been reading from the day I arrived Lagos till now, I think it has been impressive, and from the views of everybody that relate to it so far, I think Ambode has really done enough.
The governor is doing great, and I must confess that what's on ground has surpassed what the previous government has done. And somebody like this, everybody should support what the present government is doing. Lagos is working based on what we've seen everywhere in Nigeria. And you can see the signs are everywhere that the state is working.
The health areas, the electrical areas, and it's not actually good compared to the last government and everything. Like park now, for instance, now Lagos Island, the buses don't stay under the bridge again. They have a particular car park they have, and it's helping make the road usage actually accessible and free.
In terms of infrastructure in Lagos State, Lagos State is really working. In terms of medical aspect, I mean the health, actually working too. But I think Lagos State needs to work more on the use of our timing here, I would say, because when there is growth, we need to improve on our timing too, because in terms of working and delivering on time, so Lagos State still needs to do more concerning that. But for Lagos State, I'll give them 90% over 100.
For the matter of fact, Lagos State is moving in a way. You know, for a governor to run a metropolitan state, you know what I mean by a metropolitan state? Lagos State is one of the best metropolitan states in Africa as a whole, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know about you. And our governor has been doing so fantastic work, not him himself, from generation to generation. Life Global do improves every year by year. Because Lagos State is a state that is not a state you can push aside. It's not a state you can wave aside. Before you talk about Lagos State or you talk about any state in Nigeria, at least Lagos State first. Well, maybe I must say Lagos State is the London of Nigeria. Let me not English anyway. Lagos is good, it's working, they are doing a fantastic work, but they need some places to adjust.
The new government, yeah, they've tried. They're working and it's obvious, you know. It's something you can see. The works are physical, so I think their achievements are tangible. Yeah, so far so good. I think there has been a lot of improvement from the past administration as Fashola to this one here. I think it made us feel like the past administration did not really do well, and which we need. They did perfectly well.
Traffic in Lagos is gradually becoming a thing of the past in some areas due to the increased rate at which bridges are being constructed in these areas. Examples are Abulegba, Bega, etc., and also provision of affordable commuting vehicles like BRT buses. The level of security in Lagos has been alleged to be better as police officers now operate overnight on the streets of Lagos to ensure maximum security, but the people of Lagos still plead with the governor to help look in the case of kidnapping as it is becoming rampant now in the state. They pleaded with the residents of Lagos to support their governor and cooperate with him by paying their taxes regularly and also obey the rules.
Lagos State residents should pay their tax. Wherever you pay your tax, you can be able to do whatever you want to do. The government can easily do everything, easily, conveniently.
They should try as much as possible to keep Lagos clean, like has been preached all over the whole places, and everybody should be security conscious.
Residents should be security conscious. I mean, don't ignore things. There's always a tell. I mean, somebody told them about the Yanokwaja saga, so there's always a tell. Let's be security conscious. Let's know that there are things to be done. I mean, there's a role to be played as a resident.
I'd like to advise them they should be calm and always respect all the rules and regulations given to us by the state government, and to maintain a healthy environment too.
My little advice I have for the residents, we should try and make use of them. We shouldn't try and cause more damage to the things that we should try and know how we do in our communities and our local area, because it actually helps. It's not only left on Ambode alone, it's also left on individuals who stay within an area or within a community. They actually help too in helping the Lagos State go better day by day. So my advice to everyone, just try in your local areas. If you can try and do something, it will be easy for the government to.
People of Lagos are happy with the achievements of the governor and pledged their utmost support towards his administration. Ìtẹ̀síwájú Èkó ló jẹ wá lógún.
Keja my guy, you go love Lagos, yo. If I carry you go Badagry, my guy, you go love Lagos, yo.
Very consistent and matter of I mean, we don't do it just it's high time. We have been doing. We can pass. Well, I came into politics because I looked at the whole scenario and I found out that majority of the people are running away from politics.